A builder, an entrepreneur, and a risk taker.
That's George Hungerford, Olympic gold medalist in the 1964 Olympics, talking about his great-grandfather, William Farrell. William Farrell was born on July 23, 1854, in Port Tarlington, Ireland, a small French Protestant Huguenot community. Sensing greater opportunity in England, his family moved to Yorkshire. Once there, he gained employment as a tax assessor, a job that eventually brought him to Vancouver.
He was able to parlay that once he had the opportunity with Yorkshire Trust to use his skills in finance and valuation and be able to come to Vancouver and look at the best and brightest opportunities for Yorkshire Trust to invest in.
At the age of 38, he and his young family arrived in Vancouver shortly after the Great Fire of 1886.
He left his job mid-career in England to come to Vancouver, which was pretty tiny at the time in the early 1890s, and start up a new business and become very successful at that business.
That company was Yorkshire Trust, a company that invested in the businesses that today are the backbone of British Columbia.
He ended up in the middle of all sorts of interesting opportunities that he could make the decision whether or not to invest in. So he looked at banking, he looked at the electric company, BC Electric Rail.
William Farrell not only invested in, but also ran some of these businesses. Many, if not most of those companies continue to thrive today. Then, in the midst of success investing for Yorkshire Trust, William Farrell quit his job to join a new company in telecommunications.
He had this opportunity to take a series of small telephone exchanges and build them into a large provincial network, which became BC Tel.
He first bought a major share in the New Westminster and Burrard Inlet Telephone Company. 5 years later, they purchased the Victoria and Esquimalt Telephone Company, followed by exchanges in Steveston, Kamloops, and Vernon.
In the 1895 to 1900, there were probably a lot of people who thought the telephone would fail.
Over the next 20 years, William Farrell extended his network as far up Vancouver Island as Courtenay and as far east as Cranbrook. Here he is taking part in the first long-distance call between Vancouver and Montreal. He formed alliances with telephone exchanges in the United States, providing long-distance calling as far south as San Francisco.
Yes, they had a tremendous service record in looking after their customers, and one that he was very proud of.
Definitely, he had a lot of vision, he had a lot of moxie, and he had a lot of entrepreneurial spirit.
At the age of 68, William Farrell died of complications from heart disease. Throughout his career, he was a province builder.
When you think all the way back to 1895, having the foresight to say this is an industry that should be invested in, should be fostered, and building up a company that, and aggregating through many, many acquisitions of regional or municipal phone exchange companies to form what then became BC Tel, and then to pass that on to the next generation of Farrells through Gordon Farrell's leadership to create the great company that BC Tel became.
Not only did he play an essential role in developing a major utility, he also was a significant contributor to the community.
He was really a very community-minded person, and his family has carried on that tradition.
William Farrell's family continues to play a role in the building of the province. He and his family were instrumental in the creation of the Vancouver Foundation, the Vancouver Art Gallery, and many other service organizations.
To mark the induction of William Farrell into the BC Hall of Fame, Business Persons Hall of Fame, we're going to unveil a plaque to commemorate that will be placed on the Robson side of the intersection of Seymour and Robson.
William Farrell, a man of vision, integrity, and leadership whose legacy lives on today.